Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new video. So recently in Glasgow, Scotland, there was a Willy Wonka experience that was so fucking bad that it is blown up on the internet and multiple large news sources are talking about CNN, ABC, CBS, you name it. Before I describe what an absolute shithole this event turned out to be, I want to show their website, which is false advertising at its finest to say the least. Now the website generally consists of a description next to totally not AI generated images and starts with the enchanted garden. Your journey begins in an enchanted garden with giant sweets, vibrant blooms, mysterious looking sculptures, and magical surprises that add an extra layer of wonder to your chocolatey experience. Navigate through peculiar but enchanting garden collecting delicious beans of all colors, shapes, and sizes. Who knows, perhaps you might be able to grow your very own enchanting garden. This already sounds pretty captivating. Sounds like you might even be able to take something home with you. Maybe a novelty item, hopefully not this fucked up looking rabbit thing. And it also looks like they're taking a different approach to Wonka's chocolate factory, given that there is not a single piece of chocolate in this image at all. And I think that one of the most popular things about Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory was that there was a lake of chocolate in the movies and they didn't even do that. So for my sanity, we can just pretend this is Sprite. Next up, we have the Imagination Lab. Trademarked. In the Imagination Lab, prepare to be captivated by a visual spectacle. Encounter mind-expanding projections, optical marvels, and exhibits that transport you into the realm of creativity. This space invites you on a surreal journey where the boundaries between reality and fantasy harmoniously merge, resulting in an enchanting and visually striking encounter. Brace yourself for an adventure that will leave you spellbound. And then we're left with this random image that resembles absolutely nothing to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory whatsoever. We got a bunch of birds, a random floating eyeball. I think there's a light bulb driving the car. Obviously, this is about to be a life-changing experience. Now, this next part is absurd because whoever uploaded this to the website just completely fucked off and didn't even bother making these images look real. Now, this next image has a description of Twilight Tunnel, trademarked again. In the Twilight Tunnel, get ready for an exhilarating and immersive adventure. Journey through a dimly lit passage adorned with captivating projections, enigmatic sounds, and surprising turns that will immerse you in suspense and excitement. It's a heart-pounding experience you've never experienced before. Now, what's in this heart-pounding experience, you ask? We have lighting without an eye and dimdically. It sounds like a demon's name. We've got dim tight and thwarting? Depractions with dodjection. God, I'm getting excited. I fucking love dodjections. We got Vivu sounds and enigmatic sounds. And Giravel with svide. And Empredy with unexpected twits. The blatant AI is painful. I don't understand how you could upload this to a website and sit there and think, dude, the kids are gonna love dim tight. This is gonna sell out day one. But it just gets more magical from here. Next, we have captivating entertainment. Experience captivating live performances featuring charming characters singing original catchy tunes. Marvel and extraordinary props, oversized lollipops, and a paradise of sweet treats. This event guarantees an immersive and delightful entertainment experience suitable for age 3+ years old. And we have another beautiful image with, again, absolutely no chocolate in it at all, and a description of what's to come, such as cat gacketing, live performances, Karchi tons, exarsurgery lollipops, and a paradise of sweet teats. I think this is more aggravating because these words in the bottom could have been such an easy fix in Photoshop. You could have just spent 30 minutes to fix that and make it less obvious, but then again, the images are so fucked because I don't know why this teddy bear has massive pussy lips. So yeah, that's about the entirety of their preview, and they show their organizers, which is the House of Illuminati, which is a bit strange to have an organizer like this hosting an event for kids, and their media partner coming soon, which isn't surprising. So are you ready for this life-changing experience? Well, they've got props, dirty ass windows. Do I see chocolate for the first time? I can't even make a joke about this one. How do you confidently set this up and call it a magical experience? This is a tapestry thumbtacked to the wall. Not to mention the building looks like it's been falling apart and not been used for years. It's almost creepy how much empty space there is. Anyways, next they have gates to the factory, which the end of this image itself, it doesn't look the worst, but it could be significantly better. And then we have more printed out tapestries on the wall. They didn't even bother to move whatever the fuck was behind that one. And then this picture, it looks like someone tried to make airport security exciting. And a lot of people were saying that this looks like liminal space, and if this wasn't intentionally supposed to be for kids as an enjoyable experience, I would probably enjoy this a lot more, because I know a lot of people know that I do enjoy liminal space as a hobby. But the idea of this being advertised as a magical experience puts a sour taste in my mouth because it just looks like absolute shit. Here's another image of what is quite literally just a mess hall with a bouncy house castle in it. And then next they have a barbershop apron maze. You can tell they're pushing the budget here. This is getting pretty expensive to make. And I think probably the most disappointing picture of all is the depressed Oompa Loompa in her meth lab. She doesn't look like she's enjoying her job whatsoever. And I don't really blame her, because if I heard every single parent that walked inside there complaining that they paid $35 to walk into a moldy warehouse, I think I'd be in a pretty bad mood as well. Now, as you'd expect, this wasn't exactly the most magical experience in the world, so people were pissed enough to call the cops and demand refunds. And I think the employees who were actors realized this wasn't going to go well either, to the point where one of them even made a statement and said, "We actors decided to take shelter in a pub nearby. It was very unlikely we were going to get paid, so we decided not to get killed in our own chocolate factory." And I think that the cherry on top of this entire event was that the person who set this up created a script that was generated by AI and decided to spew out this weird fucking character called the Unknown, who is, according to the script, an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls.
As the soup flavor full of scary face. Oh my God. Scare the great unknown. Wonderful. I love that. Oh, fantastic.
What is that?
So now this whole thing just sounds like a really bad acid trip. And the guy who had to read the script, who was also playing Willy Wonka, made a TikTok about this and even acknowledged that he was not Willy Wonka material. Although I have to give it to him, dude, in the clip of him acting, he does a pretty good job. But he does not look like Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka has long brown hair and, surprisingly enough, is not ginger.
So the first red flag for me was when I was cast as Willy Wonka. Anyone who looks at me and thinks Willy Wonka and not Oompa Loompa is out of their mind. So I'll give you one of the lines from the script. But one of my favourite lines was, "There is a man who lives here. His name is not known. So we call him the Unknown. The Unknown is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls."
Now, upon the outrage and this event surprisingly going so terribly wrong, the organizer of the event said, "Firstly, I'm going to extend my sincerest apologies to each and every one of you who was looking forward to this event. I understand the disappointment and frustration this has caused, and for that, I am truly sorry." He clarified that he alone, as House of Illuminati's apparently sole employee, was responsible for how the attraction unraveled, and that anyone who was hired externally or offered their help was not to blame for the incident. Though he didn't address complaints from actors who say they were not compensated, Cole did insist that every customer would receive a full refund. "I am committed to rectifying this situation," he wrote, vowing to ensure transparency and to demonstrate my commitment to making this right for everyone affected. Finally, he asked for a bit of time to process everything that has happened. "My intention is to learn from this experience." I wouldn't really be surprised if this was made by AI either. And again, what a massive shocker, but majority of the people who complained have not got a refund. Now, after all of this happened, a lot of people started talking about this, and one person mentioned from the people involved that the kids were given a quarter cup of Tesco-owned brand lemonade and one single jelly bean, and they fucking ran out. Which I also find equally as funny, because on the House of Illuminati Facebook page, they said, "Oops, did we order enough sweets to make a fortress of sugar? Looks like it." Anyways, that's all I got. If you guys enjoyed, thank you for watching, and come back for the next.